Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mr. Willie. Today we're going to talk about a very helpful and useful reading tool that prepares you for writing any type of research paper or just anything in particular that helps you understand and pull the key information out of any piece of text or something that you're reading. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is I want you to go ahead and if you look up here in the toolbar, there's a highlighter option. Click on the arrow to the right and change it to green. All right, now we're not going to go ahead and start reading the text first. First, we're not going to do that. With this green highlighter, what I want you to do is I want you to look for any numbers or dates. So as you skim through, as we're looking through, we see that 90 and then percents right here, we can highlight that in green. So you just click your mouse and drag over to highlight it, or you could just double click on the numbers and it will highlight for you. So what we want to do is we want to go through and we want to look for any numbers or dates throughout this passage. All right, we see that there's 1700 right here and 1700 right here. All right, so there's no more numbers or dates. Okay, and so now we're done with the green highlighter. All right, now go ahead and go back up to the toolbar where it says text highlighting color, and you're going to want to change it to pink. Once we change it to pink, all right, now we still don't want to begin reading every word yet. Now we want to look for any people or places, and we're going to put them in pink. All right, so a good way to indicate if without really having to read every word yet, if it is a person or a place, it's capitalized. It should be capitalized. If it's done correctly, it's capitalized. All right, so as we see here, the English, French, and Spanish, those are all people. So we're going to highlight that in pink. Then we see North America, that's a place, so we can highlight that in pink as well. As we keep going through, we see American Indian, okay, and we can highlight that in pink. Europeans as well. Well, and as we're just skimming, you just want to look for the capital letters, and if you see that it is a person or a place, go ahead and put that in pink. All right. And we're only going to really do this first paragraph on diseases. This is with the Native American life, because we did this whole thing. This would be like a 15-20 minute long video. Yeah, so we're only going to do the first paragraph. So we're just looking for capital letters, and that's going to indicate if it is a people group, a name, or a place. All right, now that we have all that in pink, we can tell that by the passage here that this is primarily dealing more with people and places than it is numbers. All right, so we need to keep that in mind. Now we're going to go back up to the toolbar, click on that arrow, and change the color to yellow. Now with yellow, this is what we're going to do. We're going to highlight key words. All right. So for example, let's look at our title. It says Native American Life After Europeans Arrived. The key word in here is after. This title indicates that this whole article is about Native American life after Europeans arrived. So now is our time to start reading, and we need to highlight key words, maybe even a small phrase, as we begin reading. So as you can tell right here, disease is highlighted. This tells us that this is mostly about disease. See, all right, that this couple paragraphs are going to be about disease. And as we read, okay, and we know that these explorers came to North America. Right? Tremendous changes is a key word. All right. All right, and we just want to go through and highlight. I missed the Indians right here, so I can change that back to pink. And go to yellow. All right, so we're just looking to highlight the key words. All right, so as we highlight these key words, All right, as we read along, we're just highlighting the keywords that make the sentence important. All right, so after we highlight the keywords, like I said, we're only going to do this first passage. We can click off our highlighter. All right, we can click off our highlighter, and now we're going to read through a second time. Now we have our people in pink, we have our numbers in green, and we have our keywords in yellow. Now it's going to come down to what is the most important information. Whatever the most important information is, we're going to highlight it upon our second reading, and we're going to underline it. All right, so we're not going to use the highlighter tool, but we're going to sit here, and as we read through, okay, we're going to highlight with our mouse like so, and then we're going to use the underline toolbar up here. So where the highlighter stick is, go over and click underline, and that's going to underline. That is some key information. Tremendous changes to the Native American tribes. I was from the Europeans is key information. All right. The Native Americans having no immunity to these diseases that's very important, and so you want to underline just the important information. All right, and as we read, okay, we're underlining what's important. All right, after we read through and underline what's important and important information, say I encountered a word that I had no idea, that it just confused me, I didn't understand. So say, like, for instance, influenza. Go back to your highlighter and change it to blue. All right, and highlight that word in blue. Okay, this will indicate that this is something that I need to research or have questions on about myself, questions on about this word or myself to improve my knowledge. Imagine I could right click, look up synonyms. Oh, it's the flu. Okay, and then I can change, if I want to, I could change that to the flu, and that will help me gain understanding. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, you mark the text. Thanks, and I'll see you later.